What is up, guys? I'm Dustin and we are back here again at Luther Ford Lincoln with another video for you guys today. The vehicle we have today is a little bit different. This is Ford's new 2021 all-electric Mustang Mach-E. It doesn't use gas, it's not a hybrid, it is completely electric, completely runs on a battery. I know a lot of you out there have some mixed feelings about this Mustang Mach-E. A lot of you guys like it, a lot of you guys don't. A lot of you guys don't think that the Mustang should be electric. But for however you feel about it, we're going to go through this today section by section. We're going to show you guys the inside, the outside, talk a little bit about how it works. I'm here with Alex and Tim, so give us a couple minutes, we'll go through this, and then you guys have a better idea if an electric car could be for you.
So while we're going around the exterior of the car, the first thing I want to show you is these side view mirrors. When I unlock the car, here's what happens. Both of those mirrors fold out, which is really convenient. It's a really nice feature to have. In the front, you have, of course, the iconic Mustang emblem. This is all blocked off because right here is a trunk, otherwise known here as a frunk. I don't know if you want to include that or not, but it has a camera right here. You got the iconic Mustang headlights. This grille, like I said before, there's no engine, so it's all blocked up. It gives it a fuller look. You have sensors all along the front here. And moving around to this side of the vehicle, up to the top, you can kind of see there's a Ford emblem up there. So Ford really focused on some of the smaller features of this vehicle. All four wheels have the iconic Mustang emblem down here at the bottom. And now with this particular, you might be thinking, well, Alex, why is there a gas cap cover right here next to the hood? Well, I'll tell you, it's because it's an all-electric vehicle. This isn't a gas cap, this is your plug-in port. So when you go to charge your Mustang Mach-E, this is where you'll charge it at. If you look inside, there's also another Mustang emblem with which just says horsepower, because even the base model, which this one is, it's the Select, it produces over 300 horsepower with instant torque. Its maximum acceleration output, so how quickly it accelerates, it achieves that maximum output in under 3 seconds. So moving along the side, of course, we have our badge here at the bottom. And another distinct feature you'll notice about this vehicle is it doesn't have no door handles. Well, Alex, how am I going to get my Mustang Mach-E? Well, there's a really good way, because when I unlock it, which it's already unlocked, especially for the back, there's just a little button right here. It just pops open, just like that. It's really convenient, it's really nice. So let's move on to the back here real quick. Of course, we got those iconic Mustang tail lights. Another Mustang emblem here, and even a rear windshield wiper, which is really nice to have. Ford put a lot of thought into the styling of this vehicle. They wanted to keep the Mustang, I don't know what you want to call it, the Mustang vibe as much as possible, so they did. And that's why you have these beautiful taillights, which are sequential. So, believe that means that each light flashes individually. So if I turn on my right turn signal, for example, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's really interesting, it's really cool on the outside to look at. Maybe we'll show you that a little later in the video. So same on the other side, of course. Now to open the front door, it's the same situation. You just press the button and there's a nice little handle here for you to get in. Now, something you're going to notice about your all-electric Mustang Mach-E is look at this right here. Look how thick this area is in the vehicle. That's because the Mustang Mach-E has a very, very low center of gravity. All its batteries are in the floor, right underneath where you sit. So that provides a very, very low center of gravity. So if you're worried about safety, if you're worried about this vehicle rolling over, it's not as big of a concern as in other vehicles that are produced today because it has such a low center of gravity. Now let's go inside and check out some of the inside features. So now we're inside, and you can see there's these beautiful displays coming up just as soon as you get in the vehicle. really nice, and you're gonna hear a really nice audible sound whenever you turn it on, because you're not gonna necessarily know the vehicle's on until you hear the sound. Isn't that interesting? And it still provides more animations. Now with an all-electric vehicle, it's not going to make any noise. It's all battery powered, so it's not going to make any noise. The only noise it does make is when it turns on, it lets you know it's turned on. And how do you know if your vehicle's on? You'll look right there on the dashboard, and in green letters, it'll just say ready. You can see we have a range of 99 miles left, so that's 55% battery left. It shows some really nice features on the dashboard that change as you drive. Another beautiful Mustang symbol right here in the middle, and it's textured, so it feels different. You always know you're driving something like a Mustang, which this is. This is a Mustang. So I'm not going to go in depth, but I do want to look a little bit at the this 15.5 inch center display. So if I just press the Mustang symbol, it'll bring up your drive modes. So there's engage. That's basically just a normal driving mode. Whisper is quiet, so it's going to be completely quiet. Unbridled, it'll make a little bit of a noise as you start to drive, so it gives you a sense that it has an engine, even though it doesn't, which is really a really nice feature. You have cameras, so you can see the front. Okay. Just exit out of that. And this Mustang Mach-E has active park assist, which will help you get into a tight parking spot if you need it. Access, it has a charge port light, so you can see at night where to plug in your Mach-E. Driver assistance, so auto hold. I discussed that in the Bronco Sport video. Auto hold just holds you while you're at a stop sign or a red light if you depress the brake pedal far enough. In valet mode, if you don't want somebody pushing it to its limits, you can enter valet mode with your 4-digit PIN. Really nice feature. And then for some more advanced settings, you can adjust your sound, your phone list, charging settings, personal profiles, driver assistance, vehicle, general, all that kind of stuff in the settings menu. If you look a little lower, it's a little unique here because your volume is in the screen. And you control your temperature down here as well. But if you want to change your temperature or fan speed, it brings up a slider. It's really nice. Same with the fan speed. And I can just turn it off. Defrost, AC, and air conditioning. So it still has a heater. Where does the heat come from? The vehicle produces its own heat. Defrost, dual. So when I adjust one, both adjust. I'm sorry. When I don't engage that, both adjust. Your rear defroster, and it has heated seats. Okay. So there's a lot of things right here that we can talk about. And I could probably make just a 2-hour video alone on some of the features available right here on the display screen. We don't have time for that at this moment. We can cover that in a different video. All your other controls are the same. It's still the same vehicle as anything else. It just utilizes different processes to achieve certain functionalities. So driving doesn't require gas. It's just a fully battery electric vehicle. It's not a hybrid. It's nothing like that. It's all electric. So you do have adaptive cruise control. If you're not familiar with adaptive cruise control, all that is you set your cruise control for a certain speed. Say you're approaching another car on the highway and that car's going slower than you are, your car will adjust to that car's speed and maintain a distance that you set in the settings away from that car. As that car speeds up, so will you. As that car slows down, so will you. This makes sure that even if you have cruise control engaged, you don't rear end somebody in the event that, you happen to be looking in your mirror for any cars coming beside you and you don't notice the car in front of you slowing down, well, this car will automatically do that for you. Now, down here, just like in a lot of new Fords, there's the turn dial for the gear selector. The new Bronco Sports have that, which I showed in the last video. And then there's the park assist, hazard lights, and your parking brake. And this also has a wireless charging pad. So if I just set this right here, that's my phone. See how it charges? I don't have to plug it in or do anything like that. There's lots of space here, 2 cup holders. Now, it also has a way to remember who you are. So if you set your settings, so I'm a smaller guy, if I set my settings and I want this car to remember me, I just hold 1. That beep tells me that it'll remember me every time I get in now. So if you are not the only person that'll be driving your Mustang Mach-E, you can set up to 3 settings, which is really nice. There's a lot of, the seats are so comfortable. They feel really nice. And this vehicle, and you're gonna need that because it has instant torque, instant acceleration. So it feels really nice. The seats are, you know, of course, like I said, they're heated. So it just feels really good. Ford put some really nice materials in this vehicle. The steering wheel feels really nice. It feels luxurious, if you will. And then the center console, you have a 12-volt outlet right here, DC outlet. There's plenty of space in there to hold anything that you want to put in there. And that just slides shut. This folds down, and up front here we have another USB port right there. Now everything else is the same. This vehicle has a really nice sound system, but for copyright reasons we're not going to turn the music up. But it has a fantastic sound system. I'm new to this vehicle. I'm completely new to this vehicle. I've just been learning about this vehicle over the past couple weeks. So I'm still learning this vehicle myself. So forgive me if I've missed anything, or if I might have mentioned something inaccurately that might not have been exactly accurate. That's, you know, I'm trying to represent this vehicle accurately. It's just a lot to, I've never driven an electric car. Today was my first day. But now we can get into the back seat and we can kind of see a little bit how comfortable it is, and whether or not you would want to put grown adults in the back. Hi, so this is the back seat, and the back seat is extremely comfortable. I don't know if you can see, but these are beautiful leather seats with beautiful gray/white stitching, if you will. It's really nice. It feels really luxurious. So sitting here, I'm not a tall person, but I'm not a super short person either. It feels comfortable. I feel like I have plenty of room out here in here. It feels great. This center comes down, folds down, so I have 2 cup holders right here, so your rear passengers have cup holders. I have a USB port down there. And it feels genuinely very nice. Now, a common problem with rear seat passengers in traditional gas engine vehicles, gas powered vehicles, is that right here in the middle would be a big hump, and that's because of the drive shaft that would be in the way. So they had to raise the floor up a little bit. In this, it's not like that. So if you're sitting in the middle, your feet aren't up here, they're right here, which is really nice because, you know, it's still a middle seat, but it still feels pretty good. I still feel comfortable. There's enough padding down here in the middle that it feels really nice. I also have some climate controls back here, or basically just some vents right here, which are really nice. So now that we've talked a little bit about the back, I would really like to go to the very back and show you what kind of space that this has, because this Mustang can hold more than any Mustang ever made, because it's an SUV platform. So let's check it out.
I'm rolling, so just start whenever.
Hi guys, so as we went over a little bit of the interior features and some exterior features, I did want to come to the very back and just show you what we got going on back here. It's actually pretty interesting. So, unlike traditional Mustangs, older Mustangs, you actually have a lot of cargo space in the back of this Mach-E. I'm not exactly sure how many cubic feet it is, but I can tell you it's enough to do what you would probably need to do with it. It does have a nice rubber lining right here, which is really helpful if you are putting dirty shoes or boots in the back. You know, if you go somewhere and you got to throw something in the back, it's easy to clean up. It's made of really nice material back here, and you also have a little sunshade right here, which you can obviously remove if you would want to. And underneath here, we actually have an air compressor that comes standard on all Mustang Mach-E models. In here, you'll find this pretty interesting. I'll open this up for you. This is Ford's charging cable for this Mustang. It can all be found underneath the rear cargo area. It's really easy to access. Something I'm certainly not used to, obviously, because I've always driven gas-powered vehicles. And like I had said before, this is my first experience with an all-electric car, and it's definitely different. So, you know, a lot of people they don't feel like an electric car is going to be a good idea, but I got to tell you, that's the way that the industry is moving, and Ford definitely put its feet right into the mud with this one, because this is an awesome car. Like, it genuinely, I'm not an electric car guy, but this is a really nice car, and for what it is, it certainly lives up to the Mustang nameplate. So let's go back to the front and I'll show you something else. So you remember how we were just talking about how much cargo space you have in the back? Well, because this Mustang Mach-E doesn't have a gas engine in it, you actually have storage right here where your engine would be if it did have a gas engine. This is a really nice organizing space. It would be a fantastic place to put groceries of anything of that sort. On the right side here, we have where you would put your washer fluid in. Just an added benefit of driving an electric vehicle, you get a lot of cargo space, and you get instant torque. 100% of the torque is available in this vehicle instantaneously, which is really awesome. And I think I said that before, but it's something to re-emphasize. So, like we were talking about, if you're not sure about an electric vehicle, I encourage you to check out the Mustang Mach-E, because Ford really put a lot of time, energy, and effort into making this vehicle satisfy any potential electric vehicle owners, especially because Ford understands that a lot of people are coming from gas engines. Everybody is coming from a gas engine or a diesel engine, and that it's going to be different. But I think Ford's headed in the right direction personally, but I encourage you to check out the Mach-E and see for yourself.